My thing's always been that I want to leave an impact on the world more than I'm like desire to make tons of money, so I've just kind of followed that passion and kind of gone with it. I knew when I was a little kid that I was gonna move from Iowa, and I remember thinking of New York and like thinking, oh, it's like Europe, it's so far away, and like, you know, thinking about it and just how I was gonna move there and how there was all these amazing things happening. I knew I wanted to be an artist when I wasn't really into going to school. I came here and I was working at this store called Antique Boutique. A friend of mine and I would always see all these different clothes come in. We'd be like, oh, we could make that. You know, we were always kind of snotty about it. And then I thought, well, maybe I should try. If I'm going to say that I can do it, then maybe I should try. I made this shirt, and then a friend of mine asked me for one. She started wearing it. Through her, a store asked for some. Started doing like these prom dresses, sort of deconstructing prom dresses, and didn't really know what I was doing, didn't really know how to sew or anything like that, so I kind of tape them up or just add weird stuff or paint, do a lot of painting on them. At that time, I was working for the designer Daryl Kay on our 6th Street store. You know, you're kind of in that store out by yourself all the time, so a lot of girls would come in, and that's when I met Karen O. She used to come in, and that was before, you know, she was in the YYs. One day, you know, she kind of came in and said, hey, I have this record, and had me listen to it. And then she saw some dresses I made and said, can I wear one of those for one of my shows? And at first I thought, oh, her band's gonna suck. And then I went and I saw the show, and I was like, this is that thing I came to New York for. Like, I couldn't believe it was like something like, oh my god, this is so awesome. When I was a kid, I kind of wore whatever. I was kind of a tomboy, and then when I got probably into junior high and I started buying my own clothes, I started experimenting a little bit. I used to try to wear my brother's old clothes all the time as well, so all of his clothes from the 80s, like, I would try to wear those, and they were all like really big. And I almost always only buy thrift store clothing. I like, you know, digging for it and finding it. This is a kimono that my mother-in-law gave to me, one of my mothers-in-law. And so, you know, I guess she used to collect a lot of vintage. And it's kind of ripped, but I really like it that's ripped. And then the shoes are from one of those stores. They're like vice versa. There's a bunch of stores kind of like that. And they're men's, like I buy a lot of men's shoes and then I spray paint them. So these are just, I redid these. I just had all these screens. Basically, it's just like, it's super printed. It took a really long time to make because each color means a different, you know, print and cleaning out the screen. And then this I got in Iowa. And it's been a huge inspiration because the colors are so awesome. And plus every time you put it on, like, people are really like, you know, like, I think they really react to the colors. My interns helped me with this. I ran out of studs. I was going to stud it all. My studs didn't come in the mail, so I had a whole bunch of old studs left over. And then I thought, oh, you know, we'll just make some square studs. And so the whole thing is like markered, you know, it's done with just like Sharpie. My mom made this when she was 11. It looks exactly like my mom and dad. She was really into greaser guys, and my dad was kind of a greaser, so she drew herself with a greaser, and then lo and behold, she ended up with one. What makes me the happiest is to sit back here and make something, or, you know, or to just constantly be creative is like so exciting, you know, and so it's like, to me, that's the end all to it all. I really like 80s music. Just, I don't know, there's something that you just can't compare to it. It's just like, there's like a melancholy and like, to that kind of music that's just so great that I don't feel like exists anymore. I actually feel most at peace when I don't have very much money and when I'm having to solve problems and when I'm just kind of able to like sit and create on my own. I feel kind of like, well, I can figure out how to do that. Buying something's not going to solve problems for you. You know, for a while it seemed like I wasn't really into a lot of artwork, and now it seems like people, you know, instead of being so introverted in their artwork, they have to be more extroverted and more expression. Or being unwilling to cross a line. You know, it's like, you can cross the line, you're a human being, you can do whatever you want. You know, no one's stopping you from doing this, and the more expressive you are, the better, because it's like, nothing's going to happen with you just being complacent.